Hello, everyone. Welcome to Project 24. I'm your host, Adrian. I hope everyone had a great weekend. And man, let's just dive right into it. Huge news coming out of New York Rangers, Artemi Panarin. Wow. I don't know if you guys heard, but there's been some assault allegations that have come out for Panarin, dating back to 2011 in Latvia. So just reading the article here. So Artemi Panarin is taking a leave of absence from the New York Rangers in response to a story being reported in Russia alleging he had a physical altercation with an 18-year-old girl in Riga. I may have not said that right. Sorry, feel kind of ignorant there. But Riga, Latvia, in 2011. Artemi denies definitely an unequal. Oh my god, I gotta go back to school. Denies any and all the allegations of fabricated story. The Rangers said in a statement Monday. So they made a PR statement saying that it's fabricated and it's a what do you call it? Smear campaign. The smear campaign. Usually you hear that. This is clearly an intimidation tactic being used against him for being outspoken on recent political events in Russia. Being he's opposed Vladimir Putin, their president, which is pretty ballsy of him to do. No other Russian athlete has spoken out against Vladimir Putin, and a lot of them are too scared to. But Breadman is not scared. Breadman no scared. So the Rangers fully support Temi and will work with him to identify the source these unfounded allegations. Perrin has been vocal through social media in support for Alexei Navalny, the opposition leader in the rush against. Because I think there's an election going on soon. I think this year there's an election, and Alexei Navalny is the opposing leader. I think he's in jail right now. Last time I heard. Uh, so the allegations are being made by former NHL forward and current Continental Hockey League coach Andrei Nazarov. According to the reports, Nazarov was Panarin's coach for Vityaz Podolsk in the KHL during the 2010-2011 season at the time he alleges the incident occurred. Um, yeah, that's man. Vladimir Putin's a fucking psycho. First of all, second of all, a lot of the things here aren't really adding up. Um, from what Twitter, I've been seeing people say on Twitter that apparently his coach has always been very critical of him and was critical of him criticize of Artemi actually openly criticizing Vladimir Putin on the platform he has, right? Um, so this might just honestly it still has to be taken seriously because domestic violence or assault is especially on a woman is not should not be taken lightly. So obviously, this is serious, but I mean obviously I think the team right away is backing him up, so he does have a case. Although and again, he's taking time away from the team. He's going to go back to Russia hopefully and get things sorted out there. Apparently, his family's scared for his family's safety, which I would be too. I mean, that guy's fucking Putin's a fucking psycho, man. I fucking hate that guy. He's a piece of shit. I don't even care. I'll call him out. Fuck you, Putin. If you're watching this, you fucking bitch ass, fucking assholes, fascist piece of shit. Anyways, yeah, I just man, I really hope his family's not in danger in any way, or even Artemi himself. I think his fiance or his wife that he's married. I hope everyone's okay, man. That's so fucked up. Wow. I got nothing to say. Like it's just ridiculous. Uh wow. That just came right out of left field because I know he was always been very open about opposing Vladimir Putin, which is, you know what? Freedom of speech, man. Fucking nobody says anything bad about Putin because you're scared of dying. I'm telling you, Artemi is very, very, very brave for doing what he did. I'm telling you, shout out to Artemi Panarin. You're honestly my favorite player in the league right now, arguably. Say Stamkos. There's a few other guys, but like he's up there. Panarin's up there. Uh, That's tough. That's a tough situation, man. I just hope everyone's okay. That's all I'm gonna say. Hope everyone's safe. You know, it's good to see the team is backing him up, the Rangers, and they know. And he denied the. By the way, he denied the allegations too. Uh, Flat out, he just denied them. So that's. I mean, he's got a lot of things in his. The ball's in his court, basically. So the puck's on his stick, no pun intended. But he's yeah, I don't know, man. That's such a tough situation. I just hope everyone's safe there, and you know, Russia, man. That politically, that country's a fucking mess, and it's always been. I feel so sorry for those people. Fuck, they had to deal with communism for fucking decades, and then they have fucking Putin who won't leave, fixes elections and won't leave. Like, holy fuck, man. Something's got to be done about that guy. Like I don't want I know I don't really like getting political, but like this is more serious. This is like you know how many there's so many people over the years that like have gone missing when they criticize him. I remember one in the Sochi Olympics, I think there was one of like the dancers in like the opening ceremony or one of the performers I think they made he or she, I can't remember, made a mistake in the opening ceremony, and I remember after like the person went missing, like quote unquote missing. So uh yeah, definitely not missing. Like, we gotta do something's got to be done about this guy, Xi Jinping in China too. Their prime minister, president, or the fucking dictator, Kim Jong Un. Like something's got to be done. What's the United Nations doing about these people? The United Nations is such a again. Sorry guys, I don't like getting political, but like this has to be said. Um, Something has to be done about these horrible dictator leaders that are still like nothing happens to them. Like well, like the United Nations, like do your job, do what you were supposed to be put in for. That's why you're created to prevent these human injustices like this, and you're just letting it happen. Um, Such a waste of tax dollars worldwide. Our leaders give these assholes our tax dollars to do nothing. It just goes right in their pocket. It's just, oh man. Anyways, I don't want to really get into it. That's all. That's the gist of what I'm gonna get into with it, because yeah, I don't want to say any more before I start getting more angry. But well, moving on. But again, hope Artemi and his family. I hope his parents and whoever else back in Russia. Hope everyone's safe. It's very, 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 very dangerous, volatile situation, man. Putin's a psycho. He's a narcissistic fucking psycho, and yeah, that's so scary, so scary. Praying everyone's all right there, but man, Thursday, wondering why I'm wearing my Brampton Beast jersey here. I heard some bad news on Thursday about the team folding. Uh, the ECHL, obviously a very low-funded league. It's kind of inevitable at these times. I'm pretty sure the Brampton Beast they folded. It's not fold. Sorry, they opted out this season because of COVID. I don't even know what the ECHL is doing, if they're even running operations right now. It's so tough, man. Like I was very sad and heartbroken to hear that Brampton Beast were not moving, they're folding, just completely folding. So sad. Sad for Brampton hockey, the GTA hockey and the GTA. Um, this team. I mean, I remember we had the Brampton Battalion for years. I used to go to so many battalion games when I was younger, and it was always a delight to go there, watch a game, go to the Powerade Center, watch a game, and even with when the Brampton Beast, when I heard when they got a professional team, I was like pretty stoked. I love the logo. I love this jersey. Like this, look at this logo is beauty. This is like the older one. When I think when they were the Habs, still the Habs affiliate. But yeah, here let's shine a little light on this. There you go. Look at that beautiful jersey. Got it for $70 at the game when I went a few years ago. Nice jersey. I hold on to this forever. But no, I'm telling you, they brought a hockey community back together when they came in 2013. They started off as like a really low tier league, It wasn't even professional. I think it was like semi-pro, and then eventually they got moved up to the ECHL. They were Montreal's affiliate, which is one thing I really liked. They were the Habs affiliate for a couple of years, ECHL affiliate, so a tier three affiliate more or less. And yeah, they became Ottawa's affiliate. They kind of like rebranded. They kind of went away from these jerseys, and yeah, but very sad. It's just I know, like, I mean, it's kind of proves that hockey in Brampton won't really. It's kind of hard to keep a team here. I mean, they tried it twice and it hasn't worked, unfortunately. It could be just, again, the Leafs are so close. You got the Leafs and Marlies, and you got the Steelheads in Mississauga. Like, there's a lot of hockey around. There's a lot of competition. But I mean, I loved the Beast. It was a really nice small community. There was a lot of season ticket holders I've seen there. I went to a few games too, actually. So I used to see the same people there. It was always the same community. It's a lot of fans, same fans, and very passionate fans too for an ECHL team. It's pretty cool, man. It's yeah, my heart hurts for them. And it's all, again, the hundreds of employees that they employed. It's hard, man. I went to a few games too. There was I have one good story actually. I think this was March 2018, so this is like closing in on 3 years, I think. Yeah, I think it's closing in on 3 years. But I went to a Beast game with my brother, Friday night game at the Powerade Center. And they're playing the Kalamazoo Wings, which is I can't remember what affiliate they are. And I'll explain the whole affiliate thing in a bit. But yeah, so the goalie, I think they got a delayed penalty. Yeah, the Beast got a delayed penalty, and then the goalie was going to the bench, and I guess he got mad because one of the Beast players was in his way, so he pushed him out of the way, shoved him or cross-checked him, and then the goalie got a penalty. So they eliminated the power play, made it a 4-on-4. I was sitting behind the both the benches. Obviously both the benches are beside each other, and I screamed from not screamed, but like I shouted from where I was sitting. I was like, I was like to the goalie. I was like, "Good penalty, bud. Good penalty." And the goalie actually stared at me, gave me like this dirty look. I was like, "Oh fuck." Oh shit. I was like, "Holy fuck." He actually reacted. Usually they don't, but yeah, I was like, "Good penalty, bud. Good job, buddy." And he just fucking gave me the dirtiest look, like he was ready to fucking chop my head off with that fucking twig of his. Oh man, it was awesome. I thought the motherfucker was gonna hop the boards and fuck like in Goon, where the guy fucking hopped the boards and fights Glatt in the fucking stands. I thought that was gonna happen. Oh man, gotta love it. Gotta love fucking old time hockey, man. It's fucking awesome. Fucking gritty and shit. Fucking love it. Also, I used to go to a lot of not well, I didn't go to the games, but like I used to. So basically, with Powerade slash CAA Center, it's called CAA Center now, but um, there's like the rink that the teams, like, either the battalion or in this case the Beast were playing on, and it's also connected to the rinks that you get like the tournaments. Like there's just rinks that people play on the other side of the rink, and I used to play shinny on Friday nights there. That's a good, nice rink actually. I like Powerade or CAA, nice rink. But yeah, so they used to be connected, and there was a bar upstairs from where we used to play shinny, and it was connected to the rink. So we used to just uh, go through the bar and just kind of just sneak a little bit of an action of the games. The Beast games would be playing on Friday nights, and a lot of times they would be. Yeah, I got to watch some Beast action. It was cool. Just the sitting, it was really high. It was really, really high up, but still pretty cool though. Get to watch the game. You have a couple of beers before you get on the ice and stuff like that. Yeah, it's very sad though. I was pretty heartbroken when I heard that. Uh, it's very, very very sad for the Brampton hockey community. But again, just want to say to the Brampton Beast, thank you for the memories. I just wish you were still here. I wish you were still you weren't gonna leave. I wish you still be the Brampton Beast community. Whatever it is. Just I'm very sad that you guys are leaving, and we're not gonna have a hockey team again. Which pretty heartbreaking, but thank you again to the Brampton Beast. Shout out to you guys. You guys were phenomenal. You're from the bottom to the top. Guys were such a great organization. Created such a great community of hockey fans, And yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys for real. Again, just gotta show my jersey. Wearing it in honor of them tonight. So yeah, it's been tough. But anyways, I don't know if you guys saw the Lake Tahoe the outdoor games this weekend. It was pretty nice. The scenery was just something to die for. Oh man, it was something to die for. Um, Unfortunately, though, the Saturday night's game, well, Saturday afternoon, sorry, it got moved to Saturday night. But Saturday afternoon's game had to be stopped because the ice was all fucking chipping and fucking fucked up, and the ice was awful. The ice was awful the whole weekend, though, for that whole tournament or whatever you want to call it, outdoor series. Fucking idiots, man. It's fucking Batman. Don't think it's in fucking Nevada. It doesn't fucking snow there. I don't care if you're by the mountains, man. Like, just fucking, I hate Batman so much. So I think everyone can vouch for me on this. Batman's a fucking idiot, and it's a reason why like so many of the other sports are beating them. It's not even just like NBA, NFL, MLB. It's like UFC's beating them. Like even the fucking esports are more popular in the NHL in the States. Like Batman just is not good, fucking not good at his job. I'm sorry. There's some players that have come out of like, and putting all these teams in the South that like have no hockey like market whatsoever. Like, I mean, some of them were wise. I guess there's been some players that have come out of those smaller market teams, cities. I mean, you got some players from Texas. You got players from Florida now coming up the ranks. You got Austin Matthews from Arizona. Seeing Shane Doan and those guys play over the years. Like, I get that, but like, you wouldn't have some good talents. But I mean, like, you're just putting yourself in a hole. Like, I don't know why the Coyotes are still. I don't know why the Coyotes are still there. They have no business being there. Like they're literally on fucking life support, and he's just keeping them there. It's ridiculous. It's so like it's sad actually. It's sad how hard he's trying to keep them in fucking Arizona. It's like, dude, fucking move them to a Canadian city. Move them somewhere like I understand like the whole thing like with the Canadian cities. They're not big markets like the US. I get it, but like man, he's just fucking grasping at straws with that one. But I want to start talking about Batman. He's a fucking idiot. He doesn't deserve my time on my platform, but fucking fake idiot. Fucking smack him beside the head. But did you guys see David Pasternak yesterday with his fucking sunglasses there and looks like what's the wrestler's name? Fucking what's his name? Fuck. I'm gonna look this up. Oh, my internet's not fucking working again. That's fucking great. Of course. Fucking sucker. Of course. Of course it doesn't decide it's not working. That's just great. Oh, Randy Savage. He looks like Macho Man Randy Savage. It's awesome. Fucking yeah. He with the fucking sunglasses. He looked like a gangster. Um yeah, but the views were just beautiful that weekend. Something to die for. I'm telling you, that's like peak ODR right there with how beautiful that scenery was. It's just nothing. It can't be beat. It was something amazing. Um, I hope they the NHL does something like that more often now instead of having them at these like football arenas or baseball parks like ballparks, like put them in like special like areas like that, like a Lake Tahoe or or even something different, like go and Banff or something, have like a Canadian Classic in Banff or something, or on the lake there. Like that would be something so amazing. But they probably won't again. Bettman wants to Americanize hockey. Like that's what his whole goal has been, because America is the bigger market for anything like entertainment, like acting, singing, sports. Like I get it, but you're taking the originality out of hockey. The NHL, it's a Canadian game. It's always been played by Canadians. Like there's more Canadians in the league than any other fucking nationality. Um, and you're just trying to make it Americanized. It's like it's not working. It's obviously not working, man. But like, hey, you do you, bro. Little fucking buttman, fucking idiot. Uh, I get away from hockey now, but I saw this interesting observation. Well, not observation. It was like a news headline. I found this really good. But apparently, Facebook in Australia, no longer people like the users in Australia can no longer view or share news content. So when I mean news content, I mean like your BBC News or ABC, whatever, like just your mainstream media outlets that you usually listen to on the daily or look at on the daily, right? Watch whatever it is. So the users in there cannot view the content and share it, like how you can share articles from CNN or Fox News or whatever over here in North America. So the whole point of this is that the PM Scott Morrison, man, that guy, Prime Minister of Australia, he's done a really good job with handling COVID, and they're like basically back to normal now. They haven't had like high cases in a while, and he's controlled the situation. If anyone wants to look at how to get this bullshit back to normal, stop this like fucking crap, look what Australia's done. Look what Sweden's even done. Taiwan was another country that had COVID by the balls and just fucking squished them. So look at those countries before fucking locking everything down. But anyways, he said that apparently like the media outlets now they have to negotiate with Mark Zuckerberg. Good. Fucking make them do it. They got to negotiate with Facebook to have their content on the website. So they got to negotiate a contract and you got to pay to put their content on the website. It's fucking awesome. It's about time. Put your money where your mouth is if you're going to spread your fucking rhetoric. Honestly, like I used to use Facebook for years. I used Facebook. It started off as like, a little like um fucking just sharing fucking funny videos and YouTube videos or whatever, sharing videos and having laughs, and it just turns to this like political propaganda website, and it's just all political, and it's just fucking, oh my god, it's disgusting. You can't even have an opinion on there anymore. Like it doesn't matter left or right. Like you just post something and somebody's gonna fucking bitch about it. It's like can't. It's like holy fuck, man. I'm so happy I got rid of it. It was honestly one of the best decisions I made in my short 25-year life. I'm only gonna be 25 this year, but July. But one of the best decisions I think I fucking made in my life, man. It's just fake news central. There's just so much clickbait there and just like fake articles. Even me, like, hey, I fell for a lot of the bullshit I saw in there too. That's another reason why, you can't believe everything you see on the internet, just like you can't believe in everything you see on the news, right? So I stopped using it. I'm just like this is bullshit because I don't know what's true anymore. And again, you can't have opinions on there. Someone's gonna bitch about it, and it's just a toxic cesspool. Twitter's no better though. Twitter should start fucking doing that in Australia. Start fucking making these assholes fucking media fake news propaganda fucking outlets just fucking pay for your content. Pay if you want to have it on the site. Pay for it. Pay for their services. It's good. Good to see Australia is doing it right, and in most aspects, they're doing everything right. They got like the coolest animals on Earth there too. That's another thing I like about Australia. The fucking coolest animals ever, man. Got some pretty dope ass animals that haven't even been fucking discovered yet. So, yeah, man, I fucking love that country. It's hot as balls over there, but fucking good shit, man. Shout out to them, man. It's a good, beautiful, very beautiful place to visit too. I've had some friends that have gone there and they just said it's marvelous. So that's definitely on my bucket list to go travel one day. Um. Anyways, yeah, just wanted to talk about that. That's something really. That's actually really good. A direction that's starting going. Hey, you want to start posting your fucking propaganda news or your fucking news bullshit, your political bullshit? You got to pay for it. Let's see how far they fucking go with that. Let's see all these news outlets fucking causing the divide in this world. We'll see how far they go. Oh yeah, it's gonna cost us money now to start to divide people. Let's fucking think back first. Good, good. So fucking happy. Someone's fucking making a move. Good. Should do that over here. It would never happen over here, but they should. I want to talk about this too. The Texas snowstorms. Um, First off, I just want to say, like, anybody that's affected by that, if you have friends or family down there, even just the people right now that are just victims of this, it's such a hard situation. It's heartbreaking. And I saw a video the other day in San Antonio where there was a huge ass house, like not a house fire, it was like on a apartment building complex or something, and there was the huge ass fire. And again, the firefighters can't do anything about it because there's no water. Uh, so it's just gonna literally burn to the ground. They can't do anything. It's so awful. It's so awful what's going on over there. I just hope everyone's safe. It's good to see some people, especially politicians, have started to kind of step in, put some money towards the situation. I gotta say, like, shout out to I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I gotta give credit where it's due. But I saw Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez donated, she raised like over $2 million, I think, of relief money for them. And you know what? I'm not really a big fan of her. She said a lot of like crazy and outrageous things in the past, but you know what? You're putting your money where your mouth is with that, and actually trying to make a difference. I gotta respect that. I really do respect that. Um, she obviously cares about those people. Like, I mean, that's another thing too. It shouldn't matter about, obviously Texas is like a Republican, like, red state, as you would call it, red state, right? Red blue. Um, it's good to see that she's putting that aside and wants to help the people. Like, that's good. I like to see that. That's all that matters in the end. It doesn't matter what political affiliation. You want to help everybody out. Even if it was a blue state, like, I would have the same attitude. I don't care which state it is. California, it's Oregon, it's fuck, New York. Like, I don't care. Just people are people, and we gotta treat everyone the same in that sense. Like, we gotta help out your fellow brothers and sisters and and the kids and the young parents, like, whoever, whatever communities, got to help them out. It's good to see that some people are, but it's also being very politicized, which has really gotten me so angry. I made it known on Twitter too. I was speaking out again. Some people are like, "Oh yeah, you voted for Republicans, and this is what you get for voting for Republicans and wanting less government." And then it's just like, man, how can you go on like this? Like, how can you go on? Like, these are your fellow countrymen and women, children, elderly people, you name it, age group, community. These are your fellow Americans here, man. Like, who gives a fuck about political affiliation right now? This is a time where people are in need. Like, I don't care what political side they're on. I would help you out equally. It doesn't matter what gender, race, whatever. Like, you gotta put that shit aside, the political stuff, and you gotta help your and support your fellow men and women, and children and elderly people, and people of all races. Doesn't matter. Everyone needs help right now, and you gotta put that shit aside. It's disgusting how they're going with starting this whole climate change fucking argument again. They're like, the whole wind turbines versus fossil fuels, and they're saying like, oh yeah, this is what your fossil fuels are doing, and then the left is saying, oh, this is what you get with your fossil fuels. You fucking idiots with your fossil fuels. You should go with the wind turbine instead. And then you get the people on the right are saying, oh, the wind turbines don't work. It's like blah 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 blah, and both sides are just fucking. And it's like, okay, enough. Like, Stop with this fucking political bullshit. Like, oh my god, like put the climate change fucking discussion up to the side for now. Like, there's bigger things right now. People are dying. People are starving. People have to wait in line to get water right now in Texas. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, stop with the shit. Like, enough is enough. It's not. These are your fellow Americans. I'm telling you, if we had something like this in Canada, I don't care what provinces. And BC is like a very like NDP socialist like um province, and I don't like the NDPs, to be completely honest with you. I don't care. I would want to help and I would donate money and do whatever I can to make a difference. Like, I don't care what political affiliation the people believe. Like, hey, people are people. Nobody deserves to lose power or lose water or lose food. Like, nobody deserves that. Um, I don't care about, again, even people like saying like Joe Rogan. Oh, I saw some tweet from some fucking idiot saying like, "Oh, Joe Rogan, that's what you get for bragging about leaving California for Texas." Like, how do you excuse me? Whew, that was nasty. But like, how do you expect people? How do you expect people to be united? How do you expect healing and unity when you're telling people this is what they get for voting a certain government in? It goes for both sides, by the way. I'm not just calling out the left here. It goes for both sides. How can you call for healing and unity when you are putting your fellow brothers and sisters and children and elderly people, your fellow countrymen and women, you're putting them down because of what they voted for, and saying, "Oh, you know what? This is what you get. You got a big ass snowstorm, and you're gonna starve to death or even die. This is what you fucking get because you voted for this party or you voted for this governor." It's not okay. It's not okay. It's just it's serious bipartisanship, hype, almost borderline, not even borderline, hyper partisanship. Um, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous the sad state that this world is in, where there's no discussion anymore. I've said this on this podcast before too. Nobody wants to have a discussion anymore. Everyone just labels each other with these names whenever they have a discussion or disagree on something, scream labels at you, and basically again you're in a tragic, devastating time like this, and you're just saying, "Oh, you deserve this." Like, there was people, I remember Hurricane Harvey in 2017, August 2017, when they had that really bad hurricane in Houston. I remember some university prof in the States said, "Oh, they deserve this hurricane and this destruction because they all voted for Trump." Like, come on, man. Like, how do you expect things to get better socially? Like, any kind of demographic, like anything. How do you expect shit to get better if you're just gonna fucking say divisive things like that? And it goes for both sides. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just calling out the left. It's both sides. They both say divisive things that cause the issues. And it's like, oh, it's so like it's sad. It really makes me sad. It really makes me sad that the world's fucking gotten to this point. And I don't know what to say. Like, stop again, just stop politicizing every fucking thing in that country. In this Western world, everything is so fucking politicized. From a terrorist attack to a school shooting, gun violence, like street gun violence, fucking tropical storms even now. Like, everything's politicized, everything's divided, everything's segregated even. Like, well, like, again, how can you, again, like, I know I'm repeating myself here, but like, how can you want healing and unity if you're really wishing harm and death on your opposition? Like, how? How is that even, like, it just makes me so sad, guys. I know a lot of people on here that are probably listening. I'd say honestly, my the whole audience would never wish anything horrible on people in Texas right now. Even if you disagree with them politically, you know what? It's just they're people. They're people with families, with kids, with parents, friends. Um, Never want to see that happen to anybody. Anyone losing their power. And just another thing, people real and everyone's like, oh yeah, Texas, Texas. Another thing too, like Texas is not used to getting snow like this and cold weather like this. Like that's another thing you got to think about too. Like it's not like here in Canada where again we have brutal winters and our governments prepare for them obviously, and we know how to prepare for winter. Like it's just it's part of our lifestyle being Canadian, right? Like they're not used to that in Texas. They might get the odd dusting every so often. I think last year they got like a little bit of snow like here and there. It gets cool over there. It's not like super. It's very hot in the summer, but just think about it. Maybe it's stop pointing the fingers at the Republicans and the Republicans stop fucking pointing the finger at the Democrats for this. Like, just think about it. Maybe just Texas and a lot of the warmer climates are just not used to this kind of weather. Ever think about that? Like, it's just they're not meant for this kind. They're not used to it. So, anyways, again, I just hope everybody affected by this is just staying safe. Like it really makes me sad how what's going on with the world right now and things like that. But again, just I hope everyone in Texas, I hope you're safe. Just hang in there. It's gonna get better. It's just hold on for a bit more. Just pray, and that's all I can say about that. Um, oh, I forgot to mention something earlier. This is not about political stuff, kind of political stuff, but um, about the affiliates thing, the hockey, like the minor league affiliates. So for any like the casual hockey fans or the non-hockey fans that are listening right now, so basically how the NHL or the sport of hockey does its minor league affiliates for professional. Um, well, let's start from the way bottom. So you got your AAA, your under 17, under 18 AAA teams, like your local, for example, like Brampton 45s I can't speak. Oh my God. Brampton 45s, where I'm from. Brampton, we have the 45s. They have single A, double A, and triple A. Triple A, and then you play for triple A. And then there's other teams. There's like the Junior Canadiens Triple A team, I think in Toronto. There's like all sorts of teams. There's the Caledon Hawks, I think. Yeah, Caledon Hawks. That's another one. So basically, these AAA and then after AAA, you get drafted to the OHL or the QMJHL or WHL. So there's three junior leagues after AAA. Because AAA is the highest tier for minor like junior. So and then minors, and then after that is the OHL or junior. And then after that is draft for NHL. So then after that, when you make the NHL, there's three affiliates for each. There's two affiliates for each team. You got the tier three, which is basically your bottom tier is the ACHL, which is what the Brampton Beast were. They were more, you know, don't those guys don't really make the show. They don't really get the call to be in the NHL. They have it a little bit hard. They don't make a lot of money down there. Like that really, I've heard guys talk about the East Coast League and about how playing in the East Coast League really does flirt with your love of the game. Like, do you love playing hockey enough to play in a league where you're almost making minimum wage, pretty much? You're making like maybe $400 a week, almost sometimes. Um, and that proves your love for the game. If you're really willing to like struggle like that, even then, hey, go for it. And honestly, like there's nothing wrong with the East Coast League. Watch a lot of Brampton Beast. There's good hockey. It's pretty good hockey. It's a little gritty, a little bit more gritty, a little bit more hits, which is nothing wrong with that. It's hot. The hockey's good. So yeah. So after the ECHL, it's the American Hockey League, which is like the Toronto Marlies, and for the Habs is Laval Rocket, the Binghamton Senators. Sorry, the Belleville Senators. No, it's not Binghamton anymore. Holy fuck. that's usually the guys that got called up to the NHL. It's like that second tier hockey league or the farm, right? Like you said, your tier two hockey, I guess you can call it. And yeah, a lot of those guys get called up to the NHL. Most of them start off, unless you're like a top prospect. You kind of most of the time you make the team right away. There's a few players, top prospects that play like a year or two in the AHL, or a year maybe back in junior, or you play fucking play then you do another year in the AHL or whatever, and then you make the NHL. So yeah, the American Hockey League develops a lot of our best players in the game. So the ECHL, there's been a few players that have climbed the rope and made the NHL, but yeah, it's very very hard to make it when you're down there. It's hard league, like very low funded league, but hey, it's pretty good hockey. I mean, a lot of grit. I liked it. I enjoyed watching the games. But anyways, just like I said, I promised I would just describe that later. Hope back then. I hope that was a good description. It's the three. It's the ECHL, the the AHL, and then the NHL. That's basically how it works. So with the professional hockey, anyways, most of the time the players don't play in the ECHL. Like it's mainly you get drafted, sign your pro contract, you play in the American Hockey League, and then you make the NHL. The ECHL is like for the players that aren't really good enough to even play in the American Hockey League. Like they can't keep up with it. So it's like the lowest tier professional. But anyways, another speaking of hockey too. I saw another thing last week, last Thursday, the same day about the Brampton Beast. Man, Thursday was tough, but National Sports is closing down their Ontario stores. So all the Ontario viewers uh, probably know who National Sport is. A sports store. Um, we had one in Brampton here. I love going to that store. Obviously, before COVID, I always get my skates sharpened there, and they had 18 stores in Ontario. Now they're closing down because of the revenue. It's too high, and just another victim of losing to COVID. That's it. Uh, man, I'm gonna miss that store so much. I was a regular customer there. I was always buying like hockey gear there. Even just their fan merch, like their fan gear and merch. Like they had so much good selection for like baseball, for Blue Jays, uh, hockey jerseys and shirts and all sorts of stuff. I love their merch. I used to love buying merch from there. But man, it's horrible. It's but one good thing again, they're owned by Canadian Tire. So what I heard is Canadian Tire is gonna kind of transfer those jobs that were lost in national sports, transfer them around to the other brother and sister stores that they have. There's like Atmosphere, there's Mark's Work Warehouse, there's Sport Check, even Canadian Tire. So I mean, there's more opportunity for those workers that lost their jobs national. So it's good that Canadian Tire stepping up there and doing that. Shout out to them. It's unfortunate though. Very, 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 very unfortunate. It makes I'm telling you, this country is never gonna fucking recover from COVID in terms of like the economy. Like just, they're not gonna fucking recover. I'll be dead and gone and 6 feet under. I think by the time this country is fully recovered economy again. After this fucking COVID bullshit, there's not. It's not. They're not gonna recover. It's not very hopeful. Again, there's kids younger than me that want to get their careers started and get their lives going, and there's no opportunity right now. It's so hard to find jobs now, like again all these lockdowns and just affecting people's mental health. Like we're not going to fucking recover from this unless like I don't know, man. The government has no money, like there's no money for the government to try and create more job opportunities. It's just a cycle of fuckery, man. It's so awful. And just for my fellow Canadians out there, we got to just hang in there together and just kind of just be there for each other. Small business owners too that have been getting fucked by these fucking lockdowns. It's just hurts so much to see just your whole life's work just being just fucking flushed down the toilet because the government says you can't keep your business open. But again, Walmart can stay open. Costco can have like fucking hundreds of people at a time. I was at a Costco, the one in Brampton here, right in the kind of like in the peak of the lockdowns, like the second wave lockdowns, so let me say. And again, there's just hundreds of people around each other. I'm like, so mom and pop can't like keep their little restaurant, like their Nona cooking in the back restaurant. They can't stay open, but fucking Costco can have hundreds of fucking people, and you don't know where they've been. You don't know what they're bringing in. Like you just don't know. And the churches and the mosques and the synagogues, the temples, and they can't stay open. They're like, you cannot have like any kind of like religious rights and freedoms anymore. These, it just saying, here guys, to your government, just fucking take away our rights. There you go. You'll take care of us. Unbelievable. But everyone's not going to agree with my take on that, but I'm sorry, but we can't live our lives like this anymore. It's been a year. What kind of politicians shut down the fucking economy for one fucking year? What kind of politicians would do that? Like, really? 1 year? I don't know how we're not in worse shape right now. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't get it. Well, this is going to be the best part now. Hab fans, if you're still here and listening, the moment you guys have probably all been waiting for this episode. But we got some problems with this team. Got some major problems with this team. I mean, major. We had the whole week off, bye week, come back Saturday, Sunday, and just abysmal. I don't know what this coaching staff did on the week off. Just fuck the dog, probably. Probably just did nothing. From what it looks like on those two games, the effort they put in, there was no leadership, no push, nothing. It just really just so aggravating. I mean, what's with this team and the coaches, man? I'm telling you, Claude Julien, like 4 years ago, I was so hyped when Claude Julien was when they fired Therrien on Valentine's Day and fucking made Julien the coach. I was ecstatic. I was so fucking happy. I thought, like, this is it. Excuse me. I mean, again, look at Claude Julien's resume. In 2008, he turned to 07-08 season with Boston. His first year in Boston, he turned a last place team into like a playoff team, and they played their 8th place. But I mean, hey, they gave the Habs a run for their money that year in the playoffs. They sure did. They fucking sure as hell did. And he won coach. I'm pretty sure he won the Jack Adams that year for coach of the year. Deserved it. And then he made the Bruins to contenders after that. 2009, they were really good. 2010, they were okay. They kind of had a little bit of a regression year. But 2011, obviously, we all know they won the cup. 12, they didn't really do much. 13 was, they made the finals again. But I'm sorry, this team, the Claude Julien, he's got to go. And I've been talking to some fans. I've seen some fans on Twitter saying it's a knee-jerk reaction. And, it's just Habs Twitter being Habs Twitter. But, okay, Habs Twitter does tend to have knee-jerk reactions and overreact, but this is a little bit different. Like, here's a guy that hasn't done anything really since 2013. 2013 was the last time he was relevant as a coach. Personally, the honeymoon is over. Like, everyone talks about the one Stanley Cup he had in Boston in 2011. The honeymoon's over for that. Like, it's 2020. It's literally 10 years later, and people are still talking about that. Like, the hockey has changed so much in the 10 years that he won that cup, and he hasn't adjusted. He hasn't adjusted to today's game. He just continues the same old bullshit. Like, he can't. His lack of creativity on our offense. He puts horrible line mates together. Horrible, fucking horrible player management. Horrible player management. Um, I don't know why he puts Deneau and Sherratt on a fucking 3-on-3 overtime. You wanna put your fastest players on the ice. You wanna put your speed. Speed kills. I don't know how Claude doesn't understand that yet. Speed fucking kills. None of this dump and chase. I swear, whenever they're down by a couple of goals, he just can't create. Like, there's no creative thinking, or there's no critical thinking. It's just dump and chase and just hope for the best. That's it. Dump and chases from the 90s. I already talked about this in another episode. Like, I'm so sick of these like boomer fucking coaches that just can't fucking adjust to today's hockey. Like, these fucking dinosaurs, man. Like, I'm so sick of it. Even yesterday, like, again against Ottawa last night, that game was an embarrassment, by the way. That game was so fucking hard to watch. It was just painful. Painful. Watching that overtime, especially leaving Jake Allen out to dry like that, puts up such a great fucking performance. Just a 35 save performance, and you just hang him out to dry like that. It was just awful. Just did him so wrong there. Um, why are Sherratt and Deneau out on a 3-on-3 overtime? That should have been Suzuki or Kakaniemi on forward, and Petrie and Mete or somebody. Like, I'm telling you, Romanov, Mete, and Petrie abuse the fuck out of those guys in overtime. On your defense, abuse the fuck out of them. They're the ones that can move the puck. Edmondson, Weber, and Sherrod are slower and more gritty. You can't put those guys out on 3-on-3 when there's so much room on the ice to move around, and the other team's gonna put their best fucking players. Like, it's unbelievable. Horrible player management, just lack of creative thinking and critical thinking in tough situations. Like, he just hasn't adjusted from the last time the Bruins won the cup. Like, he just hasn't adjusted. And also, mind you, if it wasn't for Tim Thomas standing on his fucking head that year in the playoffs, they wouldn't have gotten nowhere. He stood on his head and carried that team from the regular season to the Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals against Vancouver. He carried them the whole way. Yes, they have good players on their offense. Don't get me wrong. But Thomas did most of the work. Tim Thomas did most of the work. Everybody knows that. Even he knew that. As a Habs fan too, just seeing this for years since I've been old enough to kind of understand this thing more, culture. But they like I started ranting on Twitter last night about it too, and I tagged the Habs. Obviously, they're not gonna fucking care. I'm not attacking anybody there. I'm just more attacking the fucking ownership. Fucking Molson, get your shit straight. When this is a message to this team too, I'm sorry, but stop letting these francophone boomers run your fucking hockey team. When I mean that, I mean the media members and these boomers that still think it's the 1970s when, you had Jean Beliveau and fucking all these French players that were like legends, and everyone had to be French on the team. And the coach has to speak French, the GM has to speak French, like from top to bottom. Like, it's not like, what does it matter? Like, it shouldn't be about who speaks French. Honestly, the next coach they hire, I don't want. I like. They just narrow it down. They have so many options like this with non-spoke French-speaking coaches, and then they only have to speak French, and then it's so narrow like this. How many people they have when they go by that policy? Okay, since I've been a fan of this team since '05, since I started watching hockey. Okay, so they had Claude Julien, and then Bob Gainey took over behind the bench. And then they had Carbonneau. He was awful. Again, Julien speaking French. Carbonneau was awful. Fired him. Gainey stepped back behind the bench again. And then they hired Jacques Martin, who was another awful, just boomer coach. Boring, defensive minded boomer coach. Just awful. Just no fight in him whatsoever. Like, I remember Pacioretty almost got killed in the stanchion. He just stood there like nothing. No, like, just a weak fucking goblin looking bitch ass. So after Martin, there's the whole bullshit with Cunnyworth when the media attacked that poor man. I still feel so sorry for that man to this day. Like, it just angers me how the team just threw him under the bus. Pierre Gauthier was, oh my god, Pierre Gauthier was another one. He gets me so mad every time I hear that name. But they threw poor Randy Cunnyworth under the bus and said, oh, he's only an interim guy. And then after that was Therrien, and now Julien again. And I'm sorry, but this team, and again, most people, most fans, even a lot of the Quebec Francophone fans, like a lot of them don't care about the language barrier now. Just get the best guy for the job. In the business world, that's what they do too. It's always you hire the most qualified person for the job. Why can't it be like that for this hockey team? Why is it always have to be who speaks French and who speaks the most French? If you're so worried about that, hire a damn translator. They do it in soccer all the time. Like all the okay, here's a great example. A lot of the Liga coaches, I don't think all of them are Spanish. The ones that aren't Spanish, do they have to speak Spanish? Do they have to speak Spanish? I mean, no. They don't. They don't have to speak Spanish. They have a translator there that whenever they speak in. You guys know. Again, a lot of people have seen soccer. You know what I'm talking about. I don't need to go into detail there. But I'm just so sick of this fucking culture sensitivity with this fucking team. It's always the same thing. Like, again, the Habs. Don't let the fucking media, don't let these French boomers run your hockey team for you. Enough is enough. You want a culture of winning, you get the best guy available, the most qualified coach. That's who you get, not who speaks the most French. I've only been a fan for like 16 years now. I've been a fan of this team, and it gets me so angry. I can't imagine people have been fans like these old, like, people in the 30s and 40s are older than me, and they've seen it more than me. Like, again, Habs, grow a fucking sack. Grow a sack and fucking tell the media to shove it up their ass. Tell these French boomer idiots that still think it's the 1960s, tell them to shove it up their ass. Seriously, tell them, see this? Fucking shove it right up their sphincter. Tell them no. Like, stop caving to these people. You want the best quality. That's it. That's all. If you just want, again, and for the people that do want the French speaking coaches, if and you're the ones complaining about the mediocrity of this team, if you if you want, and again, you're complaining about the performance of this team all the time, oh, they're playing bad, well then get away from this whole French speaking thing and things will be better. Like, this whole culture sensitivity is so bullshit. It's so fucking dumb. I personally, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. This team has to make changes. Get rid of Julien. And I saw something here too. I'm not going to name drop, but somebody on Habs Twitter said that. Um, so I personally know that one of the players. I guess she knows him personally. I don't know. She apparently he fully does not like Claude Julien. So take what you will from the, yeah. So does not like Claude Julien apparently. So maybe he's not very liked. I don't know. I mean, he was left a pretty good mark in Boston. He was very well respected Boston and the community there, and I've heard nothing but good things about Claude Julien. But like, I'm sorry, he's probably a really nice guy. He seems like it. I've heard nothing but great things. The hockey community really respects him, but I'm sorry, man. Like Claude, like no, it's no hard feelings. It's nothing personal. This is just business. If you're not gonna adjust to today's game, and even today's press conferences, we gotta be better. Um, your poor player management is not making the team better. It's not their part of it's their fault. Yes, it's all at the end of the day, they're the ones on the ice, but excuse me, holy fuck. Keep on burping, but partially it's you. Your system's not working. The first 10, 15 games, the team looked great. There's so much game tape now and just analysts and analysis. Like, you got to adjust. If you can't adjust, you shouldn't be coaching in the NHL in 2021. I'm sorry. Like, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. We'll see what happens. Personally, I don't know if he's gonna get fired, but I mean anything's possible because I mean, hey, the Habs were in first place when Terrian got fired, so anything's possible. They got if they want to make a decision, they got to make it quick. They got to do it soon before it gets too late. And I got to give Bergevin credit for doing that back then because he knew the team was just going to go down. If he didn't fire Terrian when he did, they would have missed the playoffs that year. So, yep, that's it. I mean, again, these are two good replacements for him, and they speak French and they're qualified, so it's a bonus. But Dominic Ducharme and Joel Bouchard, either one of them would be good. Even a guy like Gerard Gallant. Gerard Gallant doesn't speak French, but he's still a good coach. He's very well. He's a player's coach. He's been to a Stanley Cup final 2018. He for a first year team, he brought them to the finals. So he doesn't speak French. I'd take him in a heartbeat. Like, it's a no-brainer. Who cares about the French thing? Just hire a fucking translator. Jeff Molson's got money up his ass and tits. He can fucking afford it. Like, come on, man. This team and their culture appropriation. Anyways, guys, it's getting late. Been on here for a while, so again, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. It's kind of a long episode today. I might use this over an hour. I have to look into that. But anyways, guys, again, don't forget to like and subscribe to us. Follow on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, again, this is Project 24, and we are signing off.